focus to the campaign trail before we get back to the conversation in studio. And I want to bring in my colleague Murimi Mwangi joining us from Thika Town. Murimi, thank you very much for joining us. So what are the expectations of the residents there ahead of Raila Odinga's visit?
Well, good morning, Betty. This is the second time that opposition leader Raila Odinga is touring Kiambu County. Just a few weeks. This tour, of course, coming after his campaigns in Baringo County yesterday. And, of course, this is in the spirited attempts by the opposition to make inroads into presumed Jubilee strongholds. Remember, there's a county that predominantly voted for President Uhuru Kenyatta, this being his home county, with the presidential turnout of 91% in 2013, 90% of the presidential votes going to President Kenyatta, with Odinga managing a meager 8% of the votes in this particular county. But with the contest for the August 8th elections gaining momentum by the day, the National Super Alliance has been trying to get some additional votes, particularly within counties that are presumed to be leaning towards the Jubilee side. But of course, on the focus will be the reception to be accorded to the NASA leaders here by residents of Kiambu County, particularly after the acrimonious campaigns yesterday in Kisumu for Jubilee and in Baringo County, parts of Baringo County for the NASA Supremos during their campaigns yesterday, Betty. And of course, a few of the residents that I have been able to speak to here say that they are not going to cause chaos and that they will sit and listen to the NASA leaders even as they campaign here. But there were reports that in Juja town, where we will be heading after the coverage of the NASA Supremos here in Thika, that there were some Jubilee supporters that were planning to disrupt the NASA function. But of course, a majority of the residents that I have spoken to have said that given that the opposition leader was accorded the respect that he deserved in his previous campaigns here in Kiambu without any disruptions of the function, their hope is that even today that will prevail. Betty.
All right, Murimi, let's talk about the tactics that were employed last time when Raila Odinga visited Kiambu County. And remember that he had stopovers and nothing to do with the rally. What are we expecting today in regards to the design of the visit today?
Well, in terms of the messaging of the NASA campaigns, you understand that there has been a deliberate attempt to angle the message depending on where the NASA Supremos are campaigning. Last time when Raila Odinga was here in Kiambu, he revisited the 2002 votes that he brought on board for retired President Mwai Kibaki, at the time saying that he is not evil as might be presumed by Jubilee supporters, and that even then, just like he was able to get votes for Mwai Kibaki in his Nyanza backyard, that perhaps the people of Kiambu should also vote for him, given that he is contesting the presidency now. And of course, there was also a deliberate attempt by the opposition leader to just revisit the fight for multi-party democracy in Kenya, which had quite a lot of input from a section of leaders from central Kenya. That, of course, being part of his attempt to endear himself to the residents of this county, which is presumed to be leaning towards the Jubilee government.
All right, thank you very, very much, Murimi Mwangi. Maybe later on would like to also hear what the residents have to say about his visit. Murimi Mwangi there reporting from